Hi everyone, on today's episode, we're going to review an IP camera from iCSEE. This camera is a 1080p Wi-Fi security camera. This is an outdoor camera and it's a PTZ camera. Pan, tilt, and zoom. Let's open the box and see what's inside. And remember, hit subscribe to keep this channel alive. Okay, looks like the first thing we have here is the setup guide. Next is the power adapter, wall anchors and screws for mounting, looks like a wire cover, and the camera itself. Now the camera is not too heavy, feels pretty lightweight. It's all one piece. And there are two connections, a power connection and an Ethernet connection for our wired connection, if you're not going to use wireless. So for our review, we're going to use the wireless setup. So our first decision is where to install this camera. We have done a lot of camera reviews in the past. And we have a total of 8 cameras outside of our house and 3 cameras inside of our house. So my thought was to install the camera in the garage. And we get a strong signal from our Wi-Fi router in the garage. So this setup should work well. So for this setup, I'm going to mount this camera to a 2x4. Now this came with 4 screws. However, we're going to use 2 screws to install it to the wood. With 2 screws, it feels very solid. On the back of the 2x4, I'm going to install 2 more screws so we can hang it onto our shelves in the garage. This will allow me to move the camera to different areas in the garage. If I had mounted this to the wall, then this camera's not going to go anywhere. This Wi-Fi IP camera requires an outlet. So plug in the power adapter to the camera and then to a power outlet. Next, you'll want to go ahead and download the iCSEE app from the Play Store or iTunes. Then set up a username and password. Go to Add Wi-Fi Device. Then follow the instructions to connect to your router. The camera will give you a voice prompt to let you know it's connected. And that's it. It's pretty easy to set up. Like I said, this camera is a Wi-Fi camera, but it also has an Ethernet connection for direct connectivity to an NVR system. This is a really nice feature to have, because this allows for 2 options for setup, wireless or wired. And the more options, the better. This camera automatically integrates with Realink's NVR system. No setup is necessary, it connects on its own. My favorite features are the pan, tilt, and zoom, and the motion detection. The PTZ feature allows you to move your camera left, right, up and down, and 4 times zoom from your mobile device. The automatic detection will detect movement and the camera will follow the motion. I did find this feature was not as consistent as I wanted it to be. Sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't work. The iCSEE app does have a bunch of settings for motion detection, and I've played around with it quite a bit, but still haven't got it quite right. This camera may work better outside than in my garage. There is a speaker for 2-way audio, and there is a slot for an SD card for recording video. So after having this camera for a couple of weeks, I do really like it. I may move this outside, but right now we'll keep it in the garage. So if you're in the market for an outdoor PTZ camera with 4 times zoom, motion detection, 1080p quality, and the ability to connect wirelessly or wired, then this camera could be a good choice for you, especially if you're on a budget. So we'll have links in the description below for where to purchase this camera. And as usual, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like these videos, give a thumbs up and share it. If you love them, hit subscribe. It's completely free.